So in this video we are going to deal with nutrient cycle. So in the last video we discussed about the succession of plants. So in this video we are going to deal with the nutrient cycling. So we would have already studied in class 11 that is every organism needs a constant supply of nutrients to grow, to reproduce, to regulate their various body functions. So the amount of nutrients which we need in soil for at any given time is carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium and etc. So this amount of nutrients at a given time present in the soil, we call it as standing stage. So here this standing state, stage not, it is a state. So standing state. So this state varies in different kinds of ecosystem and also on the seasonal basis. So this varies on ecosystem and different kinds of ecosystem and on the seasonal basis. So we have to know that what is actually more important to appreciate, that the nutrients which are never lost from the ecosystem, so they are recycled. So the nutrients are never lost, they do not disappear from the ecosystem, they recycle in time and they indefinitely come again and they continue the cyclic process. So it is the movement of the nutrient elements continues and it does not have a stop. So this movement of nutrient elements through the components of an ecosystem, so throughout the components of the ecosystem we call it as nutrient cycling. So the nutrient cycling is nothing but the transfer of nutrients within an ecosystem or within the nutrient elements which are passing the movement of nutrient elements throughout the components of an ecosystem, we call it as nutrient cycle. So the other name of nutrient cycling is nothing but the biochemical cycle. So the nutrient cycle is otherwise called as biochemical cycles, where bio means living organism, geo refers to rock, air and water. So the nutrient cycles are of two types, that is of gaseous and sedimentary. So here the gaseous, if we take about the gaseous nutrient cycle, here the atmosphere, that is the nitrogen and carbon cycle, it takes place in the atmosphere, that is the reservoir exists in the atmosphere. So when we take the sedimentary, so we can understand from the word that is sediment. So here the reservoir exists in the earth's crust, that is the sulfur and phosphorus cycle. The reservoir is located in the earth's crust in the sedimentary cycle, whereas in the gaseous cycle the reservoir exists in the atmosphere. So the environmental factors which regulates the rate of the nutrients, that is these environmental factors regulates the release of nutrients into atmosphere. The amount of the environmental factors are nothing but the soil, moisture, the pH temperature. So these all are the environmental factors. They regulate the release of nutrients into the atmosphere. So here the cycle, gaseous reservoir exists in the atmosphere and the sedimentary exists in the earth's crust. So when we take about the functions of the reservoir, they meet with the deficit, because this deficit, that is when the function of reservoir takes place, the deficit occurs due to the imbalance in the rate of influx and efflux. So this is the deficit which is met during the function of the reservoir. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the simplified model of carbon cycle in the biosphere. So here the calcareous sediments, then the decay of organism, then the photosynthesis, that is the aquatic food chain. Here it shows how the aquatic food chain, this cycle. Then here the respiration and decomposition, then the organic sediments. Here the calcareous sediments, then the detritus food cycle is shown here. This DFC is shown here. Then here the oil, gas, here the coal. So this complete cycle is showing here. Then the burning of forest fuel wood is represented in this form. Then the photosynthesis of the TFC, that is the terrestrial food chain, and the CO2 in atmosphere. So in the next video we will deal with the next topic, that is ecosystems carbon cycle. So in the next video we will deal with the carbon cycle. Thank you.